Hey guys, it's me, Cher.
It's me, Andrew.
And we're back with Recaps on the Run. Woo, thanks for joining us again. In case you noticed, my voice is kind of giving out. I'm a little under the weather, but we're still here running, rain or shine, through sickness and injuries for you guys, to give you guys our reactions to our latest shows.
Today we're running on our normal trail again. Pretty sunny. It's not windy today.
It's perfect weather. Yes.
Nice.
Lovely. Perfect day to talk about another perfect episode of Game of Thrones.
Yes. My favorite show on TV right now. Season 6, episode 2. What do you know the title of this one?
Home.
Home.
It was Home. Man, lived up to its title and everything. I took us home in so many ways.
Oh man, there's so much to talk about here. I don't even want to. I can't even wait to say it. I'm so happy.
Wait, calm down. I'm happy too, but calm down. Let's get through our recap. Get through our reactions. I'm so happy too. I'm so happy too. Okay.
This in order again, or
yes?
Should I do this one?
In order. First, I do have to say in the previews of last episodes, they went back in some of the past seasons.
Yeah. The Robb Stark killing Lord Karstark.
Remind me what happened in that again?
This was when I think it was Catelyn Stark let Jaime run free or something. So Lord Karstark kidnapped or killed Jaime some Lannister nephews or something like that.
He was a prisoner?
Yeah.
Okay, I might be a little out of breath. So I just realized my cold is making me hard to get some oxygen, so bear with me. Hope you guys are running.
We'll just do a slow run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he killed 2 young Lannister boys, and Robb Stark had to punish him, so that's when he decapitated him. And he lost the Karstarks. They're another big family in the north.
Got it.
I don't think they're related, even though Stark and Karstark.
Interesting observation. But yeah, so I was kind of, it threw me for a loop just thinking back. And I am a fan. Hey guys, I am a fan. I just can't remember every single detail.
There's so many stuff that's happened, so
exactly,
it's understandable.
So, then we kick off. And we see a familiar face one we haven't seen in
Season 4.
Oh my gosh.
He's like 3 years older.
He's so grown up.
He looks completely different.
He's so mature.
I'm glad he didn't have the beard like I was.
Let's see who we're talking about. Let's see we're talking about Bran Stark.
Brandon, yes.
Kind of like, I remember him even as a little boy in season 1 when he kicked off all of this.
I know.
This whole craziness of Game of Thrones. But yes, we're
6 years ago. Yeah, that's how I see him. That little boy that climbs the wall.
Catches the Lannisters, do. But anyways, we see him now. He's basically in training. What is that place called that he's at? To the tree. He's with the three-eyed raven.
Not sure what the place is called, but it's a sacred place. Protected by elves and skeleton zombies around.
Some forest folk.
So he's there with the three-eyed raven. There's an elf. There's Mira, Hodor, or Willis, actually.
Willis, as we get to know him in the flashback. Not even a flashback. What's that? So what do you call it when you time travel and see things from a different era and they can't see you?
I don't know.
Very interesting to see his dad
and Benjen Stark. Benjen Stark, and their sister Lyanna.
Oh my gosh, it's like our first view of her. She's so, I didn't realize she's like older and strapping and riding a horse and seems so composed.
Yeah, I got really excited when I saw that because, just to say I can't wait to learn more about the past. There's so many scenes I'd want to see.
I know, it's so interesting.
Talking about this one now.
See Ned as a young boy.
Ned, Willis.
Starting his training.
Aunt Nan, what's her name? Is her name Aunt? I know her name's Nan. Or Nanny, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so interesting to see Hodor as Willis. And he could talk.
I didn't know he was that old. He seemed pretty younger.
He doesn't seem younger. Maybe because he's simple-minded, or he's simple-minded at the time now, but we see him as a young stable boy. Can't really get any training in.
But they, again, repeated that he has giant's blood. So I guess he is part giant then. I thought that was just saying because he was big, but maybe he could breed more giants, who knows?
Maybe. But, that begs the question. Why is he Hodor now? Like, what happened? Turned Willis to Hodor. And, even when Bran comes to, he's like, Hodor, I saw you, you're Willis. And he still says Hodor, Hodor.
Yeah, so he could understand, and maybe it's not so much like injury, maybe it's like a spell. That's what I'm thinking.
Could very, very well be. I don't know, like cat got your tongue. Can't really say anything.
Alright.
Let's stop so you can water break really quick. We'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Alright, guys, we're back.
Hope you
got some little water.
Yeah, make sure you hydrate. Back on the trail, back up to our jog. So we're just chatting about Bran and his visions, and then he kind of comes to and asks for Mira.
And
when we see her, she's outside the cave.
Wait, let's talk about.
Okay, go
let's
ahead.
talk about Ned and Benjen first.
Okay, what do you want to talk
Benjen,
about?
He's the character I want to see the most out of everybody. I don't know where he disappeared to beyond the wall, or what's going on with him, but even though he's a little boy and he's a different actor, that was so intriguing to me.
Because it's just the three of them, right? Him and Ned and Fiona.
Yeah, so, I'm not sure if there's any other siblings, but we know those three siblings.
Oh, so nice. Such a good flashback.
Yeah, they were sword fighting. That was good.
At first I was like, what kind of show is he seeing a recap of him and his brothers? Like, what's going on? It's such a familiar scene, and then not till they say the names do you realize that it's from the past. So he basically has that older guy, his mentor, taking him through. I love what he said when he's like, that was my home, back to the title. I was home, and the guy said, it's beautiful underwater, but...
Under the sea.
Yeah, under the sea, but stay too long and you'll drown. So I think that was foretelling a warning.
Yeah.
To not get too caught up.
And you could tell Bran was he didn't even realize he was staying too long. He said he could handle it, but he's still learning, so I'm sure he's gonna drown a little bit as the series goes on.
Anyone with knowledge just kind of immerses themselves in that, and they don't really realize when you get too caught up in the moment, it could sometimes be detrimental. But when he goes out again, and when he talks to Mira, we know that some time has passed, because she says all he does is go in his visions, and what am I gonna do, just keep watching him? So she seems a little distant, I think, for many reasons. She's lost her brother. She wants to go to some kind of war, but she probably feels like it's a waste of time.
Yeah, and she continues to feel that way even until the elf, I guess it's an elf, what are we going to call that, an elf?
What is that
thing?
He
looks pretty scary.
Well, some kind of sprite, yeah.
Sprite.
Yeah, made out of twigs and something. Kind of weird, yeah.
The one that throws the fireball magic stuff?
Yes. So we see her, and she says, he's going to need you. Mira kind of still doesn't make a move. She stares out in the white snow vastness of nothing to be seen. And who knows what's to come, And I agree, he's going to need her. But, like, in what capacity, Moral support, protector. So, who knows? It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that character as well.
So, we go to the wall.
Yeah.
See Jon Snow again.
Back to Castle Black.
With Davos, currently my favorite character, I think.
That was an intense moment. And Sir Alistair And him,
stand out. They draw the swords,
oh my
ready for the fight.
Oh my
the hammering.
One little wooden door separating them from all the Night's Watch.
Start knocking the door down.
Oh, with an axe. Start splitting that open, you know. Ghost is growling. It's going to be a standoff. It's 4 against what? 400?
Pause it.
Alright, guys. We're back. Sorry to leave you hanging. We just had such a exciting, critical moment in the show, too, with the one wooden door splintering beneath the axe. You know, were you nervous?
Oh yeah.
What were you thinking?
I couldn't wait. I thought.
What did you think was gonna go down?
Well, I was hoping for Ed to come with wildlings like what ended up happening, but I didn't know if they were gonna get in, burn Jon Snow. If Jon Snow was gonna turn into a White Walker right then, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh my gosh, it was so exciting, you know. And then again, right when that split moment when you think all is lost, here come the wildlings busting in.
The giant
is there.
Man.
Oh man, and you know, everyone's kind of scared.
I liked how
he came back quick with those reinforcements.
I liked how Torment, the Redbeard, came. He just charged in. He didn't even come and swing. He just came in charging head first. And he knew he had the Night's Watch all backed into a corner, and they wouldn't fight back. He was just dominant right there.
Oh man, he's like a true leader right there. Sir Alistair trying to stand up to him, telling them to attack. Everyone's kind of shaking in their boots.
You know what? I also noticed that Tormund was the head of his army, leading it, while Sir Alistair's on the back, just telling his people to fight for him.
Oh, he's the worst.
So
ultimately, he's not really a leader since no one listened to him. I mean, that one unfortunate guy who tried to shoot an arrow.
Gets head splattered all over the wall. From
there's a lot of head splashing this episode, but yeah, that was kind of the first one. Kind of evident that he's pretty dead at that moment. Everyone else kind of follows suit, drops their weapons. You know, they show him.
They bring Alistair and Ollie.
Oh my gosh,
that dumb Ollie! I hate Ollie.
Gosh, this guy.
He tries to charge.
Why didn't they just kill him? Okay, anyways.
Tries to charge at Tormund, but they get stopped, and Ed has them thrown in the cells.
Don't even let them live. Anyways.
I don't think Jon Snow would kill them, so.
Loose ends.
Well, actually, Jon Snow would kill them, I think, because they're traitors.
Yeah, loose ends. So, speaking of Jon Snow, you know, they take them to see the body. He's pretty dead. And it's kind of heart-wrenching when he's like, we'll get the fire. We're going to be burning some bodies tonight. And, you know, at that point, I was like, oh, he's going to get burned. He's not going to be burned. It's going to show. He's really...
Yeah, let's just explain the theory that's going on with... So the theory is...
The speculation.
That...
Jon Snow
is Lyanna Stark's daughter. Her son, who was raped by Rhaegar Targaryen. So he may have...
Well, there's two sides to her. She was either raped or she went with him willingly because he was pretty, from what I've heard, dashing and charismatic. So maybe it was an affair that was consensual. Possibly. Who knows? Anyways, the theory is that Jon Snow has Targaryen blood in him. Exactly, and as we know, Targaryens...
By the way, that's not a spoiler, it's just
a theory. So, pretty...
My girlfriend thought of that also, and I guess it's been going around for a bit.
Yeah.
So...
It's a pretty well-known fan theory. But, you know, if he does have Targaryen blood, how would you know unless, very similar to Dany not being able to be burned, you throw his body in the fire and it doesn't get burned. So that's what I was like... Oh, that's going to be what's going to happen.
That's... Alright.
Making a U-turn, going back down the trail. So, that's what I thought, even though part of me was like, oh, they're going to burn his body, there's going to be no hope. So it's kind of half and half at that point.
But, alright, before we get to more Jon Snow, where we moved to...
We went to King's Landing. Oh, man. Well, first we start off in the market, or in the town, where some dude's bragging about his interaction with Cersei during her walk of shame, kind of spinning tales and talking bad about Queen Mother. And
so is the Mountain just walking around
Policing?
King's Landing, just killing people who talk bad about Cersei.
I feel like there must have been a spy or something, because that dude, after he had drunk enough, I thought at first maybe he was going to be poisoned, but no, he's just taking a leak on the side of a building.
So another head splatter comes.
Oh, that's
thanks
pretty.
to Zombie Mountain walking around silently.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was pretty rough too. So there must be some kind of.
There was a few times when I just said, "Oh damn!"
Yeah.
So
that was pretty head crunching. Yeah. So when Mountain comes, takes care of him. Basically, it seems like a message to people like, don't talk bad about the royal family. You know, we jump to Cersei. She's sewing something, about to go to her daughter's funeral.
Was she sewing something? I didn't see what she was doing.
It was probably her dress or something. Black thread. I don't know what it means, but she tries to leave the tower, the Red Keep where she's at, and gets forbidden by the king's guard. And they're saying it's the king's orders that she must stay where she is. You know,
Which is
kind of a standoff. She has a
pretty
mountain
tough to
behind her.
not see your daughter at her funeral. So,
I mean, even more so because her son's the one who's kind of forbidding her. So it's like double betrayal, like hurt and betrayal and anger and fear, like I'm a prisoner in my own house. That was another standoff. So many standoffs in this episode. You want to do a swim break?
Yeah.
Okay, here, guys.
Some runners. Let's go, guys.
Pick it up. 5, 4. Are you sprinting? 3, 2. Okay. What?
Real sprint. Oh man, okay. I'm ready. That's actually hotter than I thought.
Okay.
So
Cersei,
she gets turned around,
turns tail, goes back upstairs. There's no fight here at this moment. And then we jump to the funeral.
Jaime Lannister and King Tommen, who I think the first time we see him this season. Did we see him last episode?
Well, no, we didn't see him last episode. It's the first time we kind of saw him with some kind of backbone. That was kind of a...
Not really yet.
Well, a little bit.
A little bit.
He's saying...
He knows that he needs a backbone.
We see that, because you don't understand... At least I didn't know when Cersei was being forbidden. Like, why would he not let her go? Whose side is he on? And then we see when he's talking to Jaime...
It's the High Sparrow behind it.
If she came, they would lock her up again, and I can't lose her. So you kind of see that, he has good intentions. He wants what's best for his mom. He doesn't want to break her heart. But he just feels like, he's pretty ineffective right now, which he is.
So, he talks to Jaime a little bit. Jaime tells him to go apologize to his mother when the High Sparrow comes in.
Oh my god, this guy.
This eerie guy.
So eerie.
I still don't know what he's up to still.
Stands toe-to-toe with Jaime.
At all. Stands toe-to-toe barefoot against Jaime.
With Jaime with his hand on a sword. Jaime's pretty much saying, he can't believe what he's done. Like, if I was Jaime, I'd be super pissed. Like, he made his twin sister go through that, who's also his true love. So much pain in the kingdom. Like, everything's falling apart. So, has hand his sword, he's about to spill blood. He doesn't care. He kind of lays out all his sins on the table. I was like, kill him. Just kill him. Cut his head off. Let's get this storyline done and over. No good to come out of it. But he doesn't. And part of the reason... Go ahead.
The army of... I don't even know what they are. What are they called again? The Sparrow followers?
I don't remember.
No, they're not the Harpy. That's the Marine. But there's a bunch of them that comes out.
Surrounds him in black robes, quiet. They're holding some kind of weaponry. Basically surrounded just Jaime and High Sparrow in front of him. All these lackeys behind him. And, he delivers a pretty threatening message to say, what are you going to do?
Intimidate.
We're poor. We have no names. We have no families. We have nothing.
But they could topple an empire.
And he gives him like that little smirk, like, huh, like in your face, like kind of a boom, mic drop moment. And it's like, dang, what you got? They're too powerful. They got to do something.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hating on all the religion in this Game of Thrones right now, because they
even though they have the High Sparrow could do that, I kind of could see how the living in King's Landing as a poor person could lead someone to do that. They hate the royal family, who's all rich. This guy's still barefoot and he's old already.
Oh man, they have everyone with them. So they have the Lannisters, obviously. Tommen is scared, crapless.
So
They have the, oh my god, the rich people. Loras,
the Tyrells.
Tyrells, locked up. They have no say. They have a lockdown on the whole city, basically. So, you know, like you said, when the poor, if there's an uprising, you know, they have more numbers. They might not have all the resources or money or skill, but power in numbers. So,
yeah, and everybody hates the rich
so
and all.
I can't say I'm super interested in what's going to happen there, but something's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not, of course, not as much as I'm interested in as much as the Wall or the White Walkers, but I'm still curious about what the High Sparrow's up to. I want to see what
What his end game is?
Yeah, what
Like,
his plan is.
What does he want?
I'm sure there's something going on there. He's not just a good guy, a Robin Hood for the people.
Well, like, you know, it could be very similar to what Daenerys is doing on the other side of the world. You know, kind of releasing the slaves from their masters, saying that they're free men. It's almost the same thing getting out from rule of thumb. So, you know, maybe one is flourishing and the other plan is not going so great, but, you know, there's two sides of every story, so we'll see what happens over there. But
all right, let's get more.
wait, let's jump, because now Tommen went to go see his mom.
Yeah.
And that whole speech.
Well, I was gonna say this is the one scene I don't want to see. I don't want to watch more of Tommen, this weak guy. Well, what did I call him before?
I don't know. What do you think? Spineless?
Yeah. Well, last
Naive,
episode
young,
I was naive at least, but
weak.
I just wanted to get on with it. But he did concede that he should have sent his army and
Never let his mom go
Yeah.
through that, or his wife. This is kind of heartbreaking shit. He's some young kid. He's the king. He let them take his wife. He let them embarrass his mother. Like, he's so helpless. He had no one. He doesn't have his security. He doesn't have his uncle / dad, Jamie. Like, he has no one. So it's quite a frightening position.
how did you read Cersei's reaction to when he was talking?
Well, first she didn't even hug him. She just wanted to see him. She didn't even look at him. And she was like, good to see you. And she still didn't even look at him yet that whole time. I feel like, I don't want to say that she cut him off or anything, but she was pretty cold-blooded to him. I feel like there wasn't much affection. I don't know if she's bitter, if she holds it against him, what her plan is, if she thinks the son isn't worthy of being king and she needs to have backup plans in order. I don't know.
It seemed like her mood only changed when he said he should have done those things and to set her free.
Well, like
Kill
I said,
everybody.
Maybe she was bitter.
Yeah, so
She seems very cold and distant, not loving and kind, not motherly at all. I feel like she has that face of resolve, like she's just ready for some kind of war. And I feel like she's not seeing him as her son anymore. She's seeing him as another pawn in the game.
you know, for a second I thought maybe she gave up because she knows he's gonna die soon, or eventually anyway, from what the witch told her.
Yep.
But do we get to talk about Tyrion now? Who's the next scene?
Yes, we're going to Marine. So we're going to Marine with Tyrion. Why, you have a tie into that? What's your tie-in?
He's my
Okay, let's
one of the
jump.
top favorite characters.
We're jumping, seeing more characters we haven't seen. Missandei.
Missandei and Grey Worm.
They're so cute. But anyways, it's hilarious how he tries to crack a joke at Varys and realizes that the other dude has the same problem as him and kind of like backpedals and takes his joke back. Not even a joke.
Just these little jabs for no reason, just mostly for us.
Yes.
Mostly for us, so we could laugh. He also explained exactly what he does. He drinks and he knows things.
Which is completely true.
That made me laugh right there.
There's a shirt already out with that if you want me to buy you that shirt. I drink and I know things. But anyways, yeah, he has this brilliant idea about dragons.
Well, first he says
Go
that
ahead.
Missandei, the dragons trust Missandei. It wouldn't hurt her.
Which I thought, just send her in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Or come with them at least.
Yeah. But no, he has an even better idea.
To go by himself.
To unchain these dragons who've never met him. He's like, they'll know I'm their friend. They'll know. I think
And-
he must have been quite blitzed at that time.
like normal,
drunk to have that kind of idea.
normal Tyrion fashion, he walks up to them talking, distracts them with his talking, his rambling about how he wanted a dragon.
Well, it was emotional.
Yeah.
I felt the wonder in him being so close to dragons and touching them and seeing them, you know, as a young boy, dreaming of them. That was a nice...
Yeah, I didn't realize it till now, but that was such a good acting job. Because he was just in...
Green screen?
Yeah, by himself. He had his facial expressions down.
Yeah, like you said, he was distracting them.
His fear.
To unshackle them. So...
Yeah, well, when he did it, I was saying, why?
Did you think
why would he do that?
Did you think he was at danger? Did you think he was in danger?
Absolutely. Well,
did you think he was going to die?
I didn't think he was going to die, but it seemed so not thought through by Tyrion, who I'm not used to that
His
happening.
Brilliancy and...
Yeah, he just puts his fate in the hands of some wild beasts. It's not
dragons.
humans.
Not even just beasts, the dragons. Baby dragons.
I mean, I would have liked if he had Missandei at least nearby, but his plan ends up working. He releases the dragons. One of them understands that he's there to help them.
Lets him unshackle them,
Yeah.
turns her neck, or his neck, turns its neck.
Yeah, so his plan ended up working.
But what is his plan, really? It's just so they eat, so they could be formidable.
He's gonna
allies?
he gained their trust already.
Well, I thought he was going to shackle them, at least give them food. I was like, where's your food? Where's your dinner? It's their dinner time. Like, it's just curious.
Yeah, I was curious why the dragon just turned around and walked away after.
I know. How big is that spot? Like, if he wants them to grow yards long, how big is that whole underground cavern? Who knows what's going to happen to Marine? Because, like you mentioned, the whole fleet was burned. At first, I thought it was the city, but now it's more the fleet. So all the ships, they're not getting out of there anytime soon. So it's really about rebuilding what's there. Okay, guys, stick with us. Make sure you're stretching if you need to. Grab some water if you need to.
But if you're not doing that, hope you're running with us.
Listening to our recap. We're going to jump now to Bravos.
Bravos, Arya?
Yes.
Oh, here's Arya. We see her blind again, begging still, just like the last time. Until that girl, we don't know her name yet. I'll try to look it up.
Okay, you said bully.
The bully. She's a bully to me. But yeah, we don't know her name yet. I looked it up. So.
And what was it?
No, she doesn't have a name really yet.
So she's just a girl? Because she's no name. That's why, dude. That's why she said no name. Of course she's not going to have a name.
Yeah, just like Arya. Why do we even call her that? But
she's the girl who has no name.
The bully
demolishes her.
Again.
Another stick fight. Arya is definitely more prepared, though. In terms of ready to fight, she still can't land a hit.
She still has her anger. She tries to hit everywhere.
Oh man, I was just thinking like she's gonna hit some random person, unfortunately, but she didn't.
Until Jack and Hagar comes back. And
no, that's not his real name. He's a no name too. But go on. We know who you're talking about.
He stops the staff. He asks Arya questions.
Great.
Which I don't know how long.
Rhetorical or what? But
I don't know how long Arya was out there, but I might have accepted the very first one for food.
No, first one was shelter.
Shelter.
I'll give
food.
If the girl tells me her name, she'll have shelter. She said no. If the girl tells me her name, I'll give her food. A little bit more hesitation. She said no. Third question. If the girl tells me her name, I'll give her her eyes back.
That was okay.
Man.
My name is Arya Stark from Winterfell.
I was born da 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 da. This is my list of kill. This is my kill list of people I want to kill. Give me my eyes back. Yeah, she definitely hesitated longer on that one. Did you ever think that she would take him up on his offer? Come on.
No, but it seemed like that was coming.
Yeah.
So she knew to say no already.
She knew.
Or maybe if she said no again, he would have offered her eyes back and like
her dad
or something.
Oh yeah, the girl has no name.
So
do you think she has no name, or do you think she still knows who she is?
She knows who she is.
I think she's gonna have such a strong sense of self, and I don't think they're ever gonna break her. They're trying to break her so bad, but I feel like she'll never let go. She'll never be at peace enough that she won't be Arya Stark. That's
how I feel. I feel exactly.
I feel like she could fake it till she makes it, but she'll always have needles. She'll always be Arya. She'll always be loyal to her family. I don't think she could ever be like that other girl who gives up everything and is in no way. So he takes her, tells her to follow him. She tries to grab her bag of coins, and he says, hey, follow me, leave it. The girl
She's not a beggar anymore.
Not a beggar. Back to training, I guess,
Yeah.
So, it'll be exciting to see what happens with Arya. And it's exciting to know that she can have her eyes back. By his will, she could have her sight back. So,
Maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know if that guy's that honest.
I'm just saying, there's so many areas that people, Bran can't walk. Now she's blind. Like, people have lost so much that it's interesting to see what you could potentially get back. Okay, guys, we're heading up towards the hill. Gonna do a walk down hike while we round off this episode. Want to jump to the next scene?
Sure, what's the next scene? Ramsey?
Yeah, we're at the Boltons. Oh, man.
Oh.
That way, so we're not going through poison ivy.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, last time we did a hike and Andrew caught some poison ivy, so we'll do our cool off this other trail. So we're at the Boltons. We hear first we hear that where Sansa's going. She's going to Castle Black. Ramsay has this whole plot of we'll attack them on their weak side, we'll get them back, and his dad is basically saying no, that's a silly plan. Act crazy without thought. You're going to be treated that way. Yeah,
like a mad dog.
He's kind of discounting his whole plan and saying he's pretty dumb.
Which he should not have done.
But which is true though.
So well in the room is Ramsay, Lord Bolton, and the Lord Karstark, who we saw from the previews that
Yep. Whose father was.
they don't follow Starks anymore.
Yeah. Oh, and that was part of Ramsay's plan, because Lord Bolton was saying, if you storm the wall and kill the Lord Commander, we're going to lose all of the North. And Ramsay's saying, we don't need all the North. We just need a few key families, and we could overpower everyone in the North. We don't need all 6 or 7 of them.
And they already have them, right?
Yep. He basically has that alliance, who he feels are all they need, all the strong people. But his dad still doesn't like the idea. Then enters
the new maester.
Yep. You can tell by the chains around his neck. To make an announcement.
He's so happy. He has such a big smile on his face.
Lord Bolton now has a new baby son.
A legitimate son.
Oh man, you could just hear a pin drop. What were you thinking? Is that one of your oh damn moments?
Well, yeah, from there you knew Ramsay already has it in him to seize the power, and right there I felt like
he feels a threat.
He was 100% going to make some kind of move.
So he hugs his dad. His dad hugs him, tells him, you're always going to be my firstborn. Very touching moment. Seemed emotional. Seemed...
For a second there, I thought, oh, nice of Ramsay.
Yeah.
So,
He gives his
but he
father a
actually
big hug.
ends up stabbing him.
Oh my God, in the
Killing
chest.
him in one stab. Lord Karstark
Does
just
nothing.
watching.
Yeah.
Like he expected it or something.
Yeah, he knew there was going to be a change of command. Ramsay is nowhere near his father. I hate Lord Bolton, but this little kid, this little deranged rugrat, is nowhere near the expertise. He's like a loose cannon. He's like worse than Joffrey. He's worse than Joffrey with less power, but
yeah, he's gaining the power though.
Yeah, exactly. So now the new Lord tells the Maester, who just saw it all, basically tells him to send the ravens to all the other lords, tell them that, his dad's been killed, poisoned by their enemies. Completely false. He's going to assume power.
Yeah, so...
Oh, man.
And to get the newborn baby and the wife, Bolton's wife.
What do you think? So they see each other outside. He sees his mom. He called for her. He sees his little brother holds his little brother for the first time.
You knew what was going to happen.
Did you know?
100%.
The
they
baby
were
was
dying
no threat
somehow.
Yet. He was still young. He was still no threat. He was just a baby.
I felt kind of bad for the mom of it.
She seemed
I was hoping they would let them go, but you knew 100% that Ramsay is gonna destroy every part of that line.
Any claim to legitimacy, yeah. Any claim to an heir, he's gonna take down. So right when took him to the dogs, you knew. You didn't want to know, but you knew. He opened the gates. Basically, told the dogs quiet down before unlocking them and telling them to attack. A very gruesome scene, which thankfully we didn't have to watch through, but you could infer.
Yeah.
the brutality of the moment of his dogs eating his.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not even surprised by Ramsey's moves
I'm not surprised by that
at all, actually. Alright, so do we go to Theon?
So New Lords, yes. Now we'll go. Yeah, we'll talk about Theon because basically he's. Long story short, he says his goodbyes to Sansa,
which I really wish they would stay together because I like Theon and Sansa. They seem like they have good chemistry.
I like them too.
I would like
their sister.
Because if you think about it, there would be a Stark and Greyjoy together.
Yes.
If Arya gets with Gendry, that'd be a Stark and a Baratheon. There's already a.
You're talking about characters we haven't seen in 2 seasons, but yes, I agree with you. Wow.
There's a Stark and Jon Snow might be a Targaryen, so I like seeing all these connections. And
so you want everyone to be a Stark. You want everything to have a Stark connection. You want? I'll go back.
Yeah, I want them to be the good guys in every possible way.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So and I thought it was ridiculous. Why is he leaving them? You know, and it kind of back to the title scene. He wants to go home, back to the Iron Islands.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of.
While Sansa, Brienne, and Podrick, who can't make a fire, by the way, they all still head to see Jon Snow.
Yep, back to Castle Black, back to the Wall. But yeah.
Oh wait, we didn't say the plan for Ramsay's plan to attack Castle Black.
What's his plan?
Well, he's gonna attack from the south and kill Jon Snow. So I guess that's what they're gonna.
Well, that's the only place he can attack from. Yeah. Agreed. The weak side where it's not guarded.
Yeah. So they're.
Little does he know the wildlings are everywhere.
Yeah. Well, somehow they're gonna try to. Ramsay's gonna end up with going to the same place as Sansa. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, there's gonna be some kind of reunion of sorts. But back to Theon, I think it was ridiculous. He shouldn't have bailed ship. At least take her to the Wall, then turn around, like see your mission through. Then he asked for a horse. Come on, that leaves them with one horse. Anyways, or maybe they have more. But I thought that was. I get what he's saying, but he should have seen it through. He helped her escape, and he says these two could protect you better than I ever could, which is also true. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm on Theon. I like.
He's Theon now. Is he back to Theon?
He's 100% Theon.
He's not Reek anymore.
You can't tell me that. You still think he?
No, he's Theon. He could be Theon.
Reek.
He's back to Theon. But he laid out all of his faults too, and everything that all his double crosses and all of his negative and bad things that he did and all the killing he did. So, you know, has a lot to atone for, definitely.
Han, get a quick water break, guys. We're gonna
do some stretching.
Alright guys, we're back.
Alrighty. Rounding out.
You start cooling down. Alright, so
you guys had a good run, got a few miles in.
So we were talking about Theon. Let's jump to the Iron Islands.
Yeah, his hometown, where his sister is hanging out with her dad. When we enter, you know, she's calling him out. He's telling her to stand down. She wants him to do something. He wants to stay safe in his islands. And she's basically saying, you know, we rule the seas, but we'll never be able to hold castles on land, take over any army with your strategy. He's almost like that Prince of Dorne who just kind of wants to lean back and just not really be proactive or aggressive in any kind of anything. So they have it out. He threatens her to say, you know, you could do whatever you want when you rule. Until then, listen to me or I'll find a new heir. So they kind of have their outs there. And he leaves,
which I actually agree with. Hold on, well, I agree with.
Who do you agree with?
The sister. Is her name Marion or something?
You're supposed to know everybody's name.
Oh. They should stick to the Iron Islands. They need a new change of command, which I guess is coming now since.
Oh man, what is up with that scene?
There's this weird scene.
It was weird.
He just runs into this shaky bridge. I don't know why that bridge is like that.
Well, it's probably hard to get from island to island. You gotta go from one.
Yeah, but I'm sure by now they could have made it more secure than it is.
A rickety old bridge and a wooden plank
for the king to walk through all the time, but.
And it's like a one-person bridge, so you can only go one way. It's very odd, yes.
So he starts crossing the bridge.
Stormy, dark night, rain.
And then all of a sudden, there's a hooded figure.
I thought it was Theon.
Who is it?
Did you think it was Theon?
I had no idea who it was. I thought it was Peter Baelish. I didn't know who would be over there. And then he reveals his hood, and it's somebody I don't even know still.
Yeah.
I guess it's his brother, but it was weird because it was like a big reveal. but we didn't know who it was at all.
Especially if you don't read the books, like you have no clue. Like you wouldn't even know until he said, "Oh, hey brother, I thought you were dead. I thought you were crazy." We start taunting each other. You don't have to go up this poison ivy trail. They start taunting each other, and long story short, after a lot of bickering,
pushed off.
He gets pushed off this rickety bridge, falls to his death in the sea. And then we wake up, and it's his funeral, but they don't even know who killed him.
Yeah, and then so the sister tries to say that she has a claim to the throne also, but there's another random guy that just says, "We would not. You don't know if we would follow you."
Yeah, and he's basically saying, you know, there's a new law. You can't automatically be the heir. There has to be protocol, and it sounds like some kind of game or some kind of event or challenge.
All right,
and either she'll win and be the new ruler, or someone else will win. But it's so weird, like that whole scene. Like, why would his brother just kill him and then disappear? If he wanted to be the leader, unless, you know, was it a vision? Was he not really there, and dude just fell, and it's just a illusion?
Still a lot to be figured out.
What do you think? Or Theon's gonna come back? He's gonna be there. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm glad that maybe Theon could reclaim that throne, but still remains to be seen. Bless you.
But still, even though Theon's a Greyjoy, to be honest, he hasn't grown up there. He doesn't really know. Like his sister, completely competent, knows how to handle his armies. The men follow her. She'll be such a strong leader. And he's coming from the Stark household, so I don't know how strong of a leader he would even be. And plus all the trauma he's been through. So I don't know. I vote for the daughter. I think she's the right leader. She's the right one for the job.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that respect her already, but still to be seen.
So many strong women this season. Everyone's a lot of strong.
All right, let's run past this
personalities.
Okay.
Picking it back up, guys.
So,
all right.
Well, just a quick thing. So, in this single episode, 2 lords died.
Oh my god, I know. Switch of command.
What in the world?
It's huge.
Roose Bolton and the Lord Greyjoy.
Oh my gosh, it's huge. Yeah, a lot. I mean, talk about, like you said, second episode of the season, 2/10 of the way down. We've had some major org changes, major shifts, the dynamics and leadership about what's going to happen.
All right.
Okay.
Can we get back to... All
right.
Jon Snow's dead body now?
Okay.
Wait, is there any more?
Yes, I have nothing else to say about anything. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. We're back at the wall. We're back at Castle Black. Oh, I love when Sir Davos knocked on the Red Woman's door, and she said, you know, you're interrupting nothing. What do you want to say?
My girlfriend was saying, Diana, she was saying, why does Davos care that much about Jon Snow? He never agrees with the magic.
He sees greatness. Greatness.
He was begging the Red Woman practically just to try to mutter some words. It seemed a little... I mean, I'm glad he did it, don't get me wrong. But it just seemed like they should have had more motivation for him.
I love how he approached her when he said, you're here, when she said, you're here to talk about the former Lord Commander, and he's like, does it have to be former? And it was so subtle. I'm like, dang, you're right. Does he have to be a former? Can you do anything about it?
It was, yeah. I mean, it would have made more sense if they were in the room and there was no way out, but they were already saved, so, by the wildlings, so it was a little...
Like, what's the importance of it?
Yeah.
Well, I think the importance of it was timing, because it was almost going to be night. He's going to turn into a walker soon. They're going to burn his body. It was kind of like the last...
Oh, that is true.
Like, we got to do it now, or he's going to burn and die, and there's nothing we could do. But I also thought it was super interesting how Melisandre, the first time ever that she seems like unsure of herself. She seems so confident so many seasons, and it's kind of interesting to see her falter and be doubtful and be questioning her faith. I mean, she did last episode, but even more so, the subtlety of her acting, I thought, terrific job. Just really great job. So, you know, he says, come and try it. I've seen you do crazy things. Maybe you never did this, but let's see what you could do. She goes to the room, Jon Snow's body.
Oh, man.
The key people in the room. Ghost is in there, of course. Sir Davos. Redbeard's there.
His buddy Ed.
Yeah, they're watching this. First, it's a cleansing. First, she wipes off all the blood. Mutters some incantations.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Stay away from this lawnmower guy. doing too many laps here.
Yeah.
So she repeats it a few times.
It's not the same thing. Just a few other words, but yeah. She gets to the chorus.
She starts saying please. Like
oh my God,
she needs it. She needs it for her to believe.
Not like she even cared about Jon Snow. Well, there might have been some kind of connection, but you know, I think even then, I think thank goodness we saw the reason behind his great trim, his haircut, which everyone was again going crazy for after the show, after last season when it was all up in the air, because all of a sudden the actor who plays Jon Snow, Kit Harington, appeared with no curly hair, no locks, and everyone's like, oh, proof he's dead. But regardless, now we know that he got a haircut by Melisandre while he was out of it.
I try to stay away from the casting.
Trimmed his haircut. It wasn't casting, it was just his picture. So, you know, we see the behind the story. It's the same thing for Lauren Cohen. And anyways, so she cuts his hair, does her spells. It's kind of quiet. It's very tense, very sad.
Yeah, appears like it ends up not working. Redbeard leaves the room, followed by...
He kind of makes a sound like, waste of
didn't
time.
work.
Yeah,
Then
ridiculous.
Melisandre leaves right after her and him.
Has a sorrowful look as well.
Ed leaves, and then Davos gives one last look.
I thought maybe he had some powers up his sleeve. He was gonna.
I thought he was gonna repeat it.
Yeah, like doo-doo-doo, and everyone, you know, little did they know he's a real Lord of Light. I had high hopes for him too.
So
he doesn't say anything. Takes a look. Leaves the room. It's very cold and quiet. And,
shuts the door behind him.
You see ghosts on the floor. I was like, oh, they should have cut ghost hair and thrown it in the fire. That's part of Jon Snow, you know, just trying to think, always holding on to that last bit of hope. You're just hoping.
Well, let me just say first, since last season, since he died with the season 5 finale, I've been teasing everybody like, oh, do you think Jon Snow's coming back? How can you possibly think that? This Game of Thrones show, it just kills everybody. There's no happiness in here.
Last year we said you believed 20% he would come back.
I mean, I believed it was possible, but I never actually hoped, because this show makes me hate so much.
That you get your expectations
hopelessness.
up?
No, I mean, I love it, but then
I know.
I could never expect something good to happen. So
everyone leaves the room. Are you feeling crestfallen? Are you feeling depressed?
I still don't know. It's
hope?
That's how much.
Glimmer? Was it a glimmer?
There's always a glimmer, but then I was still thinking, oh man, maybe if he comes back, it's gonna be a White Walker,
or maybe he's gonna be warged in Ghost. You know, like, why is the dog still there? Why is the wolf still there? Then you hear the wolf whining, howling, a little howl.
Yeah, you see.
Planes a tip. You know, we see some movement.
That was the best animal acting I've ever seen. I didn't know dogs or direwolves could smell like that. So yeah, he was asleep. The direwolf was sleeping. All of a sudden he just looks towards Jon's body with a little dog smile somehow.
So he could have gone either way. It could have been him dying, like a howling kind of sadness, or it could have been the other way, which open to interpretation. Last scene. Cut to
Jon Snow with opening his eyes, taking a deep breath.
Oh my God, he's alive!
I was cheering. I had my hands up.
I can't even.
Oh my God.
My voice is so gone. I could see it's from screaming from that episode, because I am just speechless. I was.
Never have I been happy, so as happy in Game of Thrones.
It was amazing.
I was cheering. My hands were in there, like, yes, they did it. He's back.
I think I might have done the same thing. I had quite the reaction. You know, it's like the slimmest glimmer of hope, and he takes that deep breath, and you're like, yes, thank you, everyone in the world.
And big key point for me was he didn't have blue eyes, so he's not a White Walker. He's back to Jon Snow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh man.
After all the heartbreak, every death,
man,
there's something that good that happens.
Oh my God, our hero is still alive. You know, it's hinging
my favorite
on everything.
character, or my favorite storyline, at least.
Jon Snow, and we know it's good he's coming alive, because now he's got the wildlings. He might have some of the Night Watch. Who knows if they're with him or against him, especially when they.
Well, he does have the wildlings, yeah.
He has the wildlings. You know, Sansa's coming on her way, gearing up for Bolton on his way. Now there's so much stuff happening in all corners. You know what's going on in King's Landing, the South, the North, Marine, Bravos. Like, so much action. I feel it building up again. So, excellent episode, wonderful like always. knocked it out of the park. What would be your final word of
Wow.
reaction?
Wow. That's my reaction, I guess. Wow. I can't believe they did something like that. And they did it in the second episode of the season.
Oh my god.
And there's so much to look forward to and to be scared of actually also, but there's never been a good scene as good as that.
Yes,
a happy scene. Besides maybe Joffrey dying, but nothing was close to that for me.
I thought that was an excellent scene too. I very much along the lines of your sentiment of wow. My sentiment would be one word be yes. Yes.
Cheers.
Final yes. He's alive. Yes for so many things. You know, so happy about Jon Snow. Happy that Bran's back. You know, so happy about everything that's going on. Even Lord Bolton. Even though I hate Ramsay, you know, I hated his dad too for being such a.
Yeah, well, I wanted to say I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Still,
well, I still hate him because of what he did to Robb. Your mom. So for me, like anyone who backstabs, anyone who double crosses the Starks, you know, is on my shit list. So I'm happy that he's dead too. Not the mom and the little baby, but you know, I think yes. Good episode.
Yeah. So
sorry, guys.
There's not much to dissect there.
Yeah. It's more speculation.
It's more emotional.
What do you think is going to happen? Okay, next episode. Did you watch the previews?
Well,
I think, oh man, or here comes the reckoning. What do you think?
I don't know how they're going to react to Jon Snow.
Well, he's just alive from the dead. Well, you know, maybe some people didn't see he was dead. Maybe he was just like getting nursed back to health. He was just in that locked up wooden room for so long.
I can't wait for Alistair to see him live and Ollie.
Oh, how about Davos? Or how about the Red Woman? Oh my gosh, she'd be like, I did it!
I was thinking maybe she's going to go out and look for Stannis' body now too. Who knows?
I don't know. He might be all tore up by now, but yeah, like good for her. I kind of feel after she had so many failures, like good for her. She had a little payback, and like I said,
a little lost faith for a while.
She lost faith because she saw a vision, and again, her vision wasn't about Stannis. It was about the Baratheon banners flying at Winterfell, and there could be other Baratheons besides Stannis. So, I mean, maybe her vision is still going to come true. Who knows? Who knows what's to come?
All right.
I think that's it. I think we pretty much wrapped up Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 2, home. So many, you know, Lord's dying, Jon Snow's back, Bran's back.
Yeah. This was
danger coming,
a long run already. Maybe we'll pick up more later, or the next episode. We'll
push ourselves for a longer, faster run next time, guys. Sorry I was a bit under the weather. Thank you for joining us, sticking in there with us. Keep running.
We'll keep recapping.
Signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye.